The Forever Purge is a 2021 American dystopian action horror film directed by Everardo Gout, with it being penned by series creator James DeMonaco. This film was originally conceptualized to be the final installment in the franchise. It has, however, since been confirmed by Blumhouse Productions that they have plans to create additional films, and they are in discussions with DeMonaco in an effort to see how best to create this type of content in the future. This film focuses on what would happen if the public didn't cooperate with the ending of each purge and instead continued to purge with no end in sight. How would this affect the other members of the public? We have a group of individuals who have limited interest in purging, who are trying to escape the country following an insurrectionist movement, who are trying to turn America into a lawless country. This film has received mixed reviews, with praise going towards the cast performances and the action sequences that the audience were witness to, but some felt that the discussion around social issues were borderline preachy for this type of film. After running the country for 8 years, the presidential candidate who was victorious in election year has been replaced by the NFFA, who have decided to reinstitute the annual purge, so this is just the second purge that's taken place within the last 9 years. Since they've taken control of the government again, the country has seen racial supremacy and nativism take hold of the country at an unprecedented level, which has led to some groups believing that the NFFA are unaware of the damage that having this purge could cause on the country. We see groups who have been created that go by the name of the Purge Purification Force, who focus on trying to clear the country of those that they feel are un-American. Over the course of the film, we get to see how the NFFA react to the chaos which is descending upon their country due to their negligence, and how they attempt to fix the problem. They begin with sending out the military to combat the PPF, but after they have bases destroyed by those who are still purging, there's only so much that they can do. Mexico and Canada offer their borders to those who are trying to escape the madness. After seeing the destruction, they close their borders early, which removes the military presence that they have there, causing anyone who is trying to escape America to have to face the remaining purgers alone. The film is enjoyable, but a weak entry into the franchise in terms of storytelling and story progression. Everything was skipped over regarding the removal of the purge for the previous years, where a montage showing the effects of not having the annual purge had on residents, be that positive or negative, could have shown the audience the reasoning behind the development of racial culture. We are aware that the white people in the US felt that they did not have the opportunity to purge, having a negative effect on their well-being and their lives as a whole, but we don't see how or why they think this. The removal of this made it hard to understand the viewpoint of purgers other than them being selfish people who want to commit crimes, yet are not comfortable doing so traditionally out of the fear of retribution from law enforcement. The TV show was originally said to deal with the idea of a continuing purge in the third season that was never released. Due to this, the film took this idea and just simply rolled with it. The series was a great piece of television, and I was frustrated that it got cancelled, and I think it would have done a much better job at providing the storyline than this film did. There was a chance throughout the film to give us two viewpoints. The one we had with a group of mixed individuals trying to escape to freedom in the midst of violence. Then on the other hand, we should have gotten an insight into the PPF. We met their alpha during the film, but getting to spend time with them would have allowed our understanding to develop, to see life through their eyes, and comprehend what other alternative methods of existing that they tried prior to feeling that this was their last attempt at creating a sustainable livelihood. While I can say I like some of the scenes and how they were filmed, the CGI in this movie was simply horrific. It constantly took me out of the experience and made it feel cheap. Considering it was delayed by a year due to the pandemic, I think they should have done much better in this scenario, with the bigger scenes expecting to have a higher emotional impact on the viewer, did not manage to hit the mark that they were aiming for. With the NFFA disbanding due to the prolonged violence at the end of the film and being blamed for the outcome, with Canada and Mexico then confirming they took in over 2 million Americans between them on the days following the purge, it's hard to see where the series goes next. Jason Blum has said he would like to create another film based around Frank Grillo's character Leo, and include the idea of a worldwide purge, but I do fail to see how this would get any traction. Unless they move towards the idea that the original films have not happened and developed two series, one continuing with Grillo and another which just looks at the purge taking place everywhere simultaneously for the first time. Due to the way they wrapped up this film, no country is going to look at America and think that the purge was a success, and agree that they should go on to give this a shot.